The investment markets are more complicated and confusing than ever before. With thousands of choices, it has become almost impossible to navigate on your own. Are you struggling to navigate the market? Are you struggling to simplify the copious amounts of investment data, information, research, and options that are thrown your way? The equity markets can trend upwards, sideways, or even downwards over many years or decades. Having a strategy that analyzes which market trend the market is headed towards is essential. The problem that most people face is potentially using a strategy that isn't adaptable to different market conditions by buying and holding investments for long periods of time. This actually increases their absolute risk because they are exposed to huge potential market downturns. How are you managing absolute risk? The advancement of technology has led to more information being calculated and analyzed in faster amounts of time and in larger quantities. Don't get stuck using old technology and outdated theories that don't adapt to changing market conditions. Not embracing new investment technology tools is like using a rowboat in the middle of the ocean, relying on binoculars and the stars to guide you. Doesn't it make sense to use the best tools available to guide your ship through whatever challenges lie ahead? Embracing new technology can help guide you in ways you couldn't before. SIA is your solution to navigating the challenging markets with powerful investment analysis for the future of investing. SIA stands for Strategic Investment Analysis and is a proprietary technical analysis investment tool that analyzes all the complicated investment information and price data and turns it into simplified rankings and analysis. SIA gives you the power of a rules-based and objective analysis system so that you don't steer off course. SIA can help navigate the markets to help you answer the how, when, where, and what of investing for future market uncertainty. How does SIA accomplish this? The secret is relative strength analysis. Relative strength is a technique that compares the performance of an asset class or holding against other asset classes or holdings. Relative strength gets to the root of what drives price movement, which is the supply and demand relationship of that investment. When there is more supply, the price goes down. When there is more demand, the price goes up. This basic economic principle is the most important aspect to determining the movement and return of investments, and is the foundation of what relative strength is based off of. But the secret is to not just look at one investment on its own, but to compare it against other investments to determine which investment has the best supply and demand relationship in its favor. SIA does this basic relationship on an exponential scale, through hundreds of millions of relative strength comparisons every night, to find the best investments out of a complicated investment universe. So what does this look like when markets change? SIA first and foremost wants to help protect the assets you do have by turning this relative strength analysis into a vital risk management tool called the SIA Equity Action Call to help us navigate through different market cycles. It measures the relative strength of the equity markets versus other asset classes to help warn when there may be an iceberg dead ahead, so we can reduce our speed or stop our exposure to equities altogether. Or when it is clear sailing in the equity markets, to participate in the upside potential as well. Where do we focus our investments then? By using a top-down approach to relative strength, SIA can help you first measure the overall risk of the equity markets and then dive down more layers to help understand where to best align with the markets. You can then focus on areas of strength in different asset classes, sectors, or industries to give you the best opportunity going forward, while more importantly keeping you away from high-risk asset classes and sectors that tend to drag down your overall portfolio. And finally, what investments do we choose out of the thousands of choices? SIA uses a relative strength matrix to compare investments within a universe to quickly find what investments have the best risk versus reward ratio. SIA uses the power of technology to simplify picking investments in a clear ranking system to put the odds back in your favor for finding winning positions. Aligning with strong investments and companies and staying away from weaker investments or sinking companies can help build strong portfolios for future market uncertainties. Don't guess where the bottom is when an investment is already sinking, but invest in a strong investment on course that gives you the best chance to succeed. Everyone needs help to navigate the unknown. With uncertain future economic conditions and investment market cycles, you need a tool to help guide you. Don't get stuck using out-of-date tools or getting lost at sea when you have the power of SIA to help navigate you through the market storms.